This is the Now Morning Show, and we are back. It's Lisa and Carrie all the way up until 8 o'clock, and thank you so much for joining us. A number of companies and entrepreneurs used the lockdown to reinvent themselves and adapt to the new normal of doing business online. One such person was Ken Sambry, innovator. I like that title, the Ken Sambry Company and E-Empire Events. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to have you on the program. You know, I'm a fan of yours. I'm not sure if you know that, but
Thank you.
I am. Tell us about your lockdown experience and what you did to adapt your business operations.
Well, my lockdown experience has been quite interesting in that, like everyone else, things change. So no matter what industry you were in, what profession you were in, you still had some type of change. For my profession, especially, things changed really radically because I'm in the business of large gatherings,
Yes.
However, I found that I enjoyed it. I used it as a time to bond with my family and to create new things.
Yes, as a matter of fact, you ended up having a series on social media. Tell us what you did exactly. I think you had something that gained a lot of traction online because you were advising others as to how to deal with the new normal.
Yeah, I agree. I think it started from the first day, they made announcements to make lockdown for the lockdown. I was driving in my car, and like some people, I would have like my phone in my car, and I just decided to speak to the camera and just share some thoughts from an employer's perspective.
Yes.
Because I felt like that perspective was left out. And after that video gained some traction, I thought, hey, I have a couple of things to say. And for the longest while, I've always wanted to do a vlog. But due to being busy, doing business and having events, it's really intense. I never got the opportunity to.
Yes.
So I was able to, every, let's say, week and a half, I would have new topics that would be related to, I guess, self-improvement or, building your brand.
Yes.
And I found I was able to connect with a lot of people through me just giving this advice freely. And a lot of times I would like do research to find out what I think is best and so on.
Yeah.
And that really, really worked for me.
So you see, because of serendipity, you were able to come up with something that was new, that benefited your brand. Give us some of those tips. I think there were about 7 of them. This segment is called Entrepreneurship 101. Give us about some of those tips.
Right. So I know one of my first videos that did really well was how to make money, while maintaining your social distance. So the entire theme of my vlog started off with ways of doing things, such as making money, while we're apart from each other. Because I discovered through, just observation and through research that online, there are many sites that even we as trainees, we could go sign up on and we could get, we could get work, we could work remotely. I also discovered that locally, due to people going to the grocery store more often and going to different businesses, there are a lot of jobs available. So that is one of the things that I shared. Another thing that I shared is how brands could use this opportunity to connect directly with their consumer. And I think for me, that is something that really worked, because me as myself having my own personal brand, there are many people in my followers list that I was able to connect to personally. A lot of people messaged me, a lot of people commented. One of my most recent vlogs is actually on the topic of carnival.
Yes.
So it kind of goes from the other perspective, which is more so what to do if we're still in this situation and carnival comes around again. So I offer many tips, and I think the bottom line there is kind of telling people that if we really think about what carnival is, it's really a celebration, and we the people, we determine how we celebrate.
Yes.
So yeah, we are accustomed to a certain way, but change is inevitable, and it's just kind of encouraging everybody to put their best foot forward and to innovate, be innovators in their own fields, be it designers or masqueraders or onlookers or suppliers,
We were actually just speaking about that in terms of Carnival and saying that people like you and Jules and Dean Akin and all the other persons who are involved in the Carnival product would need to come up with new models of how people interact during, with large events and so on as we move into the new normal. But let me ask you something. So you've gone online and you've done all of this in terms of providing tips. How do you see your business monetizing even what you've done with regard to your Instagram series towards the future as we move into the next phase of doing business in the new normal?
Right. Well, what has happened is that, well, through doing my series, I have also been doing work with some individuals who I knew from before,
Yeah.
the lockdown.
Yes.
And one of my friends, he launched a book, and I had the privilege of working with him on his marketing strategy to launch his book.
Was
And
that
that
Daniel
launch went really,
Francis?
really well.
Was that
Yeah,
Daniel
yeah,
Francis?
Daniel. Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes. Yeah.
So that went really well. So me working behind the scenes with him, that was a big deal. And then from doing my tips and from me working with him to launch his book, different people approached me and said, "Hey, Ken, I want to build my brand." So
Yes.
right now I'm working with people on a one-on-one basis, helping them build their personal brands and build their professional brands. Me working behind the scenes and putting them more and more in front of the scenes. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, my event company, we have been able to innovate on one of our main events, which is an event called Barber Hall.
Yes.
And we have decided, it's usually where different people come and eat, there different food stations. So since we can't do this in real life, we have decided to offer a delivery or pickup service for one day. And we have partnered with delivery companies such as Skip the Line, and we're in talks with a couple others. And we have been able to connect with several chefs and restaurants to kind of connect people, although we're staying apart.
Yes.
And we're going to have a live show in the night, and it's going to feature many different DJs.
And this is all online.
With, and I could just, sorry?
And this is all online.
Yeah. It's all online. It's all online. Yesterday when I spoke to some of the DJs to tell them about the events and to book them, they seemed quite happy. Like, hey, yeah, Ken, we're down for sure. And I was really happy. I was really happy to kind of bring this good cheer to our industry in view of the fact that most of us will be home, and I would like to point out there's a huge benefit to us being in Trinidad and the borders being closed. A lot of the people who I called, including myself, we would have been in different countries, probably having events there or probably chasing carnivals, doing different business activities.
Yeah.
But now, because of COVID-19, I would say that there are many what I would call the COVID refugee. We're all here for a long period of time. Some of these people, when I call them, I say, when last you've been in Trinidad for this many months? And they say, boy, I can't tell you how long, and then I say, well, you're here, so let's work together.
Yes, and innovate and come up with ideas that can generate income within the country. And perhaps even if you're online and you're getting persons to sign up from online, bringing revenue from outside back into the country as well. There's so much we can talk about in this segment, Entrepreneurship 101, Ken Sambry, but congratulations on that event and the creativity and the innovation with regard to how you push the event from being what it would have been in a non-COVID environment to one now that it still exists and perhaps might be even more fun for people having it delivered directly to their homes. Yeah. All right. Well, Ken, congratulations once again, and continue doing the great work that you do in your industry. That was Ken Sambry, innovator, the Ken Sambry Company, and E-Empire Events, launching off our segment, Entrepreneurship 101. It's kind of bringing it back because we kind of had it before, right, Carrie?
Right,
yeah. Daniel Francis, your pal, who wrote the book Millennial Mind, was actually one of our guests on our entrepreneurship
yes. One of our regular guests. Giving such nuggets of wisdom and knowledge, even for his young age.
Yeah, and we've always been exposing the entrepreneurs on this program, so we want to continue doing that, especially in this new normal, and sort of throw light to the persons who've been doing it and doing it well. And I just urge all of you out there who have your businesses and you're a bit nervous about what it is the future is going to be looking like for your business, to step into the future and claim it and decide that, I'm going to innovate in this period. All right, let's take in a few messages when we come back. It's Friday, so Kent is in studio, and we have our first Sports Watch interview after this.